Coming up now on Animal Outtakes, we're taking a look back at some of our favorite episodes this season. There are thousands of acres to explore and lots of animals to see. We're taking a tour of Myakka River State Park, to visiting a place that is paradise. Paradise.
I feel blessed to work with these animals. I have a connection to them.
And my videographer and myself each got some new members to our family. German Shepherd puppies. Siblings, in fact. So we're having a friendly competition to see who's been training their puppy better. We'll call it Puppy Wars. This and much more straight ahead on Animal Outtakes. Hello and welcome to Animal Outtakes. I'm Marcia Panucci and this is my best friend Zeus. It's always fun to look back at some of our favorite trips that we've taken this season. And we couldn't forget when we visited one of the largest and oldest state parks in Florida, the Myakka River State Park.
There's a lot of attractions that draw people to this park.
From miles of hiking and biking trails to venturing to new heights on the canopy walkway, this park has something for every adventure level.
Welcome to Myakka River State Park. This is one of the largest, one of the oldest, and one of the busiest state parks in the state of Florida.
Running through the close to 40,000 acres is the Myakka River. The river is found on the west coast of Florida and flows through 3 counties, all the way out to the Gulf of Mexico.
We have 2 large lakes here, and they have a ton of food. So it's a perfect habitat for them to call home, just based off of the food and the amount of space that they have.
Yes, getting out on the water is a must, but you won't be alone.
One of the biggest attractions we have here wildlife-wise are our American alligators. And we have a lot of them here right on shore right now. Now I'm gonna start paddling over to them. But obviously, when you start paddling out on the river, something important to keep in mind, especially around alligators, is just to keep your distance. It's cool that you want to get up close and see them, and we encourage taking pictures and things like that. But it's just one of the important things to keep in mind is you just don't want to get too close because you don't want to harass the alligators.
This Florida State Park is a refuge to many other animals too, and the park is full of history as well.
What I really want for you to do today is I want you to think of yourselves as early Florida pioneers. You come out here to Myakka to settle, and there's a few questions you want to ask yourselves. Like, first of all, where would I build a cabin? What would I use to build that cabin? How will I provide for my family? And what kind of food are we going to put on the table? Hopefully, by the end of the tour, these are questions you're going to be able to answer.
Can you share with us the early history of this park? How long has it been here?
Well, it's been here for quite a while. It was originally started back in the 30s. A lot of our structures that we still have today were built by the Citizen Conservation Corps, or the CCC, back from the New Deal project after the Depression.
So we have President Roosevelt to say thank you to at this point. And so then this was developed as a park, and we know that it's approximately 37,000?
It's approximately 37,000 acres, give or take.
And so how do the animals find their way? I mean, you don't put signs up.
No, we don't put signs up. If you go out into our trail system, you'll see a lot of animal paths. These animals have been here for years and generations, and they know better than we do where they're going.
So would you say then they come from the interior of Florida and somehow find their way? Because we are on the west coast of Florida.
We are on the west coast. A lot of our animals in this area don't really travel to this park. They grow up here. Being that we have so much acreage, we have so much area for them to enjoy and be animals.
You are the park ranger. What is it that you hold dearest to your heart about this park?
Just the fact that we have the habitat. Habitat is increasingly hard to come by in Florida, and the fact that we have this big chunk of acreage set aside for the visitors to come out and enjoy, and the animals to be the animals that they were meant to be.
Parks are important places to have in your neighborhood. They promote physical activity, and they usually have some fun playgrounds, and they help with air quality. When we have parks, that usually mean lots of trees, which can help minimize air pollution. And let's not forget, parks provide natural habitats for many different animals. Today we're going to do puppy wars. My videographer Michelle and I decided to have two puppies, my Remy, who's a boy, and Harley, who is a girl. They were born at the same time, but we're not quite sure which one was first. We decided we would do a little competition. Now, I don't want to say who I think is going to win, but just keep watching. We'll test these pups' skills in 3 different categories: commands, agility, and the swim test. Now, mind you, this is a very friendly competition. Michelle and I have been friends for a great many years, and we're delighted that our dogs are getting along so beautifully. However, I must say that I do think that Remy will hold an advantage, but we'll see. And Dawn, who is a dog trainer at Dante's Den, will be acting as the referee. So let's get started and meet the contestants. In the pink corner, this beauty is 5-month-old Harley. This girl is weighing in at 43 pounds and has a height of 31 inches to the tip of her ears. And in the blue corner, this handsome guy is 5-month-old Remy. He's weighing in at 49 pounds and is 35 inches tall. With a slight height and weight advantage, we'll see if that gives him any benefit.
Okay, Harley, we're about to start. We've got a competition ahead of us, and you do not have to worry because that boy ain't got nothing on you.
Remy, concentrate. Look, look, look. We have to concentrate. You've got to win. You have to show that you are the best. It's okay, we love Harley, but you are the best. So concentrate, focus. Let's get going here. Come on, let's get going. Next up, we remember our trip out to a place called Paradise Ranch. Bet you can guess what kind of animals they have there. And the Puppy Wars competition will continue. Stay with us. Every dog deserves a lifelong loving home. Dante's Den provides a pristine, comfortable haven for dogs that have been abandoned or surrendered by their owners. Every pup in our Joyful Dogs adoption program receives lots of love and attention, is properly immunized, spayed or neutered, and is in good health. Find your new furry best friend at Dante's Den. For more information, go to dantesden.org or call 844-DANTES-DEN. Welcome back. Picture this, a place where you can lay out in the warm sun, play tag with your friends, and even take a dip in a pond and catch a fish or two. Sounds like paradise, right? Well, it is if you're a bear. In fact, there is such a place, and it's called Paradise. Monica, it's so good to be here with you and to be in this little gem that you just kind of find going down Route 675 in Mayaca City, and then here you are. But you've been here for quite a while, and your history goes back even further.
That's true, Marcia. Actually, we've been here 17 years. Although my husband and I, we started to invite people here by reservation so they could come and learn about bears and see our beautiful bears and in a natural habitat.
Now, your history of the Weldy bears actually goes back to the early 1920s.
Yes.
And they ended up in Hollywood.
That's right. My husband's grandfather, Johnny Johnson Weldy, actually pronounced Velda in Norway, came from Norway with his bears, and he came over in 1946 with Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. So he had a trained bear act on the circus for a couple of years, for 47 and 48 seasons, and then he went into Hollywood and did movies for Walt Disney.
Well, I think we should go see some.
Let's go.
Okay. Monica, we are just amazed by these wonderful creatures, and they're so cuddly.
Well, they are a bear.
Yeah.
And everybody loves bears. I'm sure everybody associates a bear with their childhood because one of the first toys a child has is a teddy bear. So they grew up loving these animals, and people love to learn about them.
You know, we see your son, Johnny, is in there, and the amazing thing is the male bear was
Bruno.
Bruno can't get enough of him. He's kissing and holding him and so on. And we know that positive reinforcement works, but what do you do special? Is it the love that you give them that they're reacting to?
It's the relationship we build with them. They have to trust us, Marcia. They're going to live with us their entire lives. We want to have that one-on-one relationship with each of our bears. It's very important. And you know what? That's the greatest form of enrichment with our animals, is the relationship we share with them. They thrive on the daily physical contact, the loving, the petting, the communication. Think about your pets at home. They love attention, don't they?
Absolutely.
And they want to be loved. Well, so do our bears. They are so intelligent. They know we love them. They also know if people fear them, but they can give that love in return. It's all how you raise them, treat them.
Now, your husband and you worked side by side for so many years, but now you've got Johnny in there.
Fourth generation.
Okay, now when did he start? When he was a young one, or when he could really understand the importance of what you were doing?
Well, actually, we started to introduce our bears to little Johnny, when he was 3 years old, as well as my husband. He worked with the bears when he was 3. So we kind of brought that next generation into it at the same age.
So much has been said about the training of animals, but I think we would all agree with what we're seeing here. Animals have memories.
Definitely.
And if you hurt them, or you torture them, or you tease them in a bad way, I just don't see how they could react this way.
Well, look at a bear. Common sense tells you they're capable of harming you. They have teeth and claws. They're such a powerful animal. I don't think I would want to harm an animal like that, because I wouldn't be standing here.
That's right.
These animals are so powerful. We love our bears. We want them to be happy and content. It's all how you treat them and raise them. It's very important to have that relationship, because they're part of our family. We don't forget this is a bear first.
Yes.
And we never forget it. And
That's
we
right.
respect them for what they are.
But it's hard to believe, Monica, that these are wild animals when we're seeing this wonderful kissing and so on. And how do you make him kiss? Is it positive reinforcement with treats, or does he just do something natural and you just get very excited and he continues to do it?
Well, you know how dogs
That's
lick
how
us?
we do it, yes.
Well, actually, the bears do that too. So, you know, it's just brought on. It's brought out in them. You know, they'll do it naturally. But then we'll teach them to do it on cue, of course.
Sure.
But they do this naturally. This is their way of showing affection.
It's encouraged when,
Yes,
encouraged. When it's very, very positive.
Yes.
And even with dogs, you know, we get very excited. We start to clap when they do something really, really wonderful. But when you look at this, I mean, this is breathtaking. This is a wild animal who has come to trust a human being. And boy, there is nothing more important than that. Nothing.
Pure love.
It certainly was a remarkable experience. To see these bears and their connection and bond with the Weldy family is undeniable. Paradise Ranch is open to the public by appointment. If you'd like more information, visit them at paradiseranch.com. So the competition is about to begin. Remy and Harley touch noses. First, it's commands. This is where Dawn will take each pup through the series of basic commands. Sit, stay, and come.
Holly. Holly. Hey. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. You stay? No. Stay. Good. Stay. No. Off. Sit. Good. Does she know down?
Sometimes.
Hey. Down. Good girl.
Woo,
Good
look at
down. Good girl. Stay.
Bonus point.
You ready? Okay. Can you sit? Good boy. Good boy. Stay. Stay. Sit. Good. Okay. Stay. 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 Okay, come. Good boy.
Both dogs did well in the basic commands test. It could have been since Dawn had some yummy treats. But
ready?
what about agility?
Go get it.
This test was new to both Harley and Remy. Would the lure of a tasty morsel keep these pups on task and ready to try the jump and weave obstacles?
Good girl.
This was not a problem for Miss Harley.
Holly. Through. Good. Good girl.
Come on.
But Remy,
Let's go.
well, he obviously didn't see a need in
Remy,
this skill.
come on.
Normally it would start lower, that's why. Hey, where's the leash? Let's use the leash. Let's get the
Where's
leash.
the leash?
Trying this same skill with cones instead proved both these dogs needed some time walking on a leash,
No, you're not on the right side.
and Remy needed to build his confidence.
Come on, man.
Oh, Remy. It's my boy. It's all right. What you don't do athletically, you make up in intelligence and handsomeness. That's okay.
It's not over yet. The final round of Puppy Wars is happening later in the show. But coming up after the break, you want me to get my hair wet? I don't think so. But this is what happens to my crew for even suggesting it. I'll make them swim with the fishes. If you want to see a lot of animals all in one place, then a coral reef is where you should go. They are home to more than 25% of the ocean's marine life. But if you can't take a trip out to the ocean, there might be another spot you can go and see an abundance of sea life. How about an aquarium?
When you visit an aquarium, you expect to see this, lots of fish behind an acrylic window. But here at the Florida Aquarium in Tampa, guests get a totally unique experience, a chance to become part of the exhibit. Come on, I'll show you what I mean. It's the largest exhibit at the Florida Aquarium. This tank is about 500,000 gallons, and we are about to go for a swim. All right, here we are with Jamie, who's a dive master here at the aquarium. And tell me, what is this? It kind of looks like scuba gear, but not.
It does. This is what we call the scuba experience apparatus. And we know it's called that because it says it right here. And it quite luckily spells out sea, which is appropriate because we're going to be diving in a little bit of ocean water here.
And so this is a tank. You can breathe air off of it.
Correct.
Same thing, but what
Yes.
makes it different?
Well, so the tank is very similar to what a professional scuba diver would use. It's compressed air. So it's just like the air we're breathing right now, no different. It's not any crazy mixtures, just regular air like we're breathing right now.
The gear also contains a regulator for you to breathe off of and a vest, but unlike traditional scuba gear, this vest is kind of like a life jacket, keeping you on the surface of the water. So they keep this exhibit about 72 degrees year-round, which is very comfortable for the fish, but for a Florida girl, 72 can be a little chilly. And that's why we wear a wetsuit. What's great about wetsuits is they actually trap a layer of water between your skin and the suit, and your body heat warms you up. So 72 degrees is going to be quite comfortable now with this.
We'll use this, which we call our shark wand. The reason we have it striped like this is that most of the animals, especially the sharks, will recognize the contrasting color and steer away from it. So as we make our way into the deep side, I'll go out first, making sure that the traffic is clear. I'll invite you out after me. I'll then ask you to grab a hold of the gray rail, which is just outside the rail there, keeping your body close up against the fence. I'll come beside you. We'll be on one side of this wand, you'll be on the other, and from that point I will be doing all the work. So you will just be holding on, breathing, relaxing, enjoying the animals.
I like that. I don't want to work.
It's a good deal for you.
That's it. So who can take the plunge? Well, just about anyone, from 6 years old to 106.
One of the best things that we can do here at the Florida Aquarium is connecting people with animals. We want people to get impassioned. I mean, I'm clearly impassioned about these animals. I've made a career of it. And the best thing we can do is to just make that contagious. We want everybody to come to the Florida Aquarium and really fall in love with nature.
And you can't get any closer to nature. From sharks like these sand tigers to rays, turtles, and more than 1,600 fish. All of them, yep, right below you.
Being in the water with sharks, they have excellent senses. They see, smell, hear everything before you ever do. And sharks are pretty smart. They usually swim away. But our sharks here, we build a trusting relationship with all our animals, so you're safe as can be. You're in the safe hands of a dive master with excellent equipment. You're going to have so much fun, you're going to forget to be afraid. That's the best experience. You're going to be too much time spent being excited with the sharks. That's the real experience. Be afraid, you're going to have too much fun.
Jamie, that was amazing.
You liked it?
I did, and
awesome.
The best part was, on any other dive, you wouldn't see all of these animals.
No?
You'd have to make multiple dives just to see all those sand tigers.
Sea turtles, morays, barracudas, tarpons, you name it, we've got it.
That
Rays.
was amazing, and so close.
They get very, very close.
Yeah, the best part was going through, and those sand tigers were literally right there.
Yeah.
And you did want to touch them. I really did, but yeah. But then when you were looking at them and they were watching me, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And it's nice because it's always a controlled environment, so you always know what you're getting. You're getting a consistent temperature, a consistent visibility, so every dive is the same fabulous experience.
That's it. It was just the perfect dive.
If you are ready for your own adventure, log on to the Florida Aquarium's website to learn more about all the interactive experience that they have to offer at floridaaquarium.org. The final part of this test comes in the water. Being a Florida dog, cooling off is a must. And I would certainly hope that these puppies would love the water. I mean, especially a pool shaped as a dog bone. So with some tennis balls as inspiration, we threw them into the pool. And Harley and Remy did nothing. Yeah, they literally just looked at the balls. Not even a paw would get wet. So that got me thinking. I needed to get someone out here to show these tykes how it's done.
Go get it. Come on.
Yay,
Good
Zeus!
boy. Come on, Zeus.
Not even Zeus's encouragement could get Harley or Remy to take the plunge for a little doggy paddle. This last skill was a total miss. So who took home the bragging rights? Well, we'll go to Dawn with the decision.
As cute and adorable as it was, they are certainly not ready yet to really follow all the cues. First of all, they haven't had enough practice, and there is a lot of different things out here to distract them. Really, if you wanted them to follow these cues and you want to have a better outcome, you have to be consistent. You have to start in a very quiet area, one-on-one, and do it multiple times until they are pretty much 90% proof that they're going to do it each time. Then you can try bringing them out here with each other and making it a little more fun and see what you get from them.
So who won?
Oh, I'd have to say it was a tie, but well, Holly might have did a little better in some of the things. Gonna get me fired. but I would say it's a tie score. It was unfair. They need more practice and more training.
Well, Michelle, I think it really comes down to us. We need to work with our pups a little bit more. Maybe another competition when they're a little older. We hope you've had fun and learned a thing or two along the way. Zeus and I will be back here again next week with even more animals and some wild adventures. Until then, thanks for watching.
It's a draw!
Zeus is still the king.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
Ready? Zeus, go.
Go.